of those backs you've listed, Sermon's ceiling in my mind is definitely higher.
Right here.
Want to say, if you're seeing us right now, if you're hearing our beautiful voices, go ahead and hit us with a like, a subscribe, and follow us on any platform you're on. And you want to do us a big favor, share this bad boy, because that helps with the algorithms as we grow. Trey Sermon, Johnny, upright runner, guy who's ran in this scheme before, getting a lot of praise from his teammate George Kittle. They traded up for him. Jeff Wilson was a guy standing in his way kind of on the depth chart. Obviously, we got Wayne Gallman there and some other guys that we don't really need to talk about too much. But Trey Sermon's a guy people are investing in. I invested in him in Dynasty. Do you see a redraft path this year for him to be top 15, top 20 back for people in fantasy football?
I mean, the path would be very, very slim. It would be like a curb that you'd be walking along, Travis, because you have to bank on Mostert getting injured and then Trey Sermon staying healthy the entire year, and then maybe you get that right. I just think that there are going to be so many different pieces in this offense that are just new and have to evolve, right? You're talking about a potential rookie quarterback coming in that takes away rushing upside. You also talk about, Deebo Samuel, what he tends to do in this offense. He gets a lot of bubble screens, gets a lot of usage that way. And then you also talk about, where the target market shares, like, they don't generally use their big running backs as far as in dual threat positions. Like, they don't usually throw to them and run with them. So I just think that there's so many things that are limiting what that, to get to that top 15, that I'm just going to admit that, like, hey, I could get this wrong. I'm just going to pass on it because I truly don't know where I'd want to spend because they're, Trey Sermon and Mostert are basically going about the same. And, you say you've got also Elijah Mitchell there, who people are a little bit excited about. And, like that system, like we always talk about 3 or 4 guys throughout the season for the 49ers. So that's just my issue. I have trust issues with them.
Yeah, I think there's just a situation here where there's other guys going around, but I don't know, let's just look at it here. You said Javonte Williams, Leonard Fournette, Michael Carter, Damian Harris. Other than Fournette, Johnny, maybe Chase Edmonds is going a little bit ahead of him. I don't know that he doesn't have a ceiling that's bigger than all those other guys in my mind.
Wow.
And so I just feel like this is a guy that can easily finish as an RB1 in fantasy football in that offense. If things break right, you get the offensive line is getting healthier. Obviously, we know the defense is going to give them a lot of opportunities if healthy. It's a team that's been, harbored by injury the last couple of years. So you could say maybe they're due for a healthier season this year. They do face a lot of tough defenses in that division. So that's kind of not enticing. But Sermon's upside in this offense, I mean, we've said it before. Yes, over the last couple of years in San Francisco, it's been like a revolving wheel at running back. But when that guy is the guy, we see 4 touchdown games. We see home runs hit in this offense. And before a couple years ago, we were saying, look, Shanahan makes RB, top 15 RBs out of these backs. We look at Alfred Morris in the past. We look at Devonta Freeman in the past. So there is a path to really high success for Sermon. And that's why I feel it's okay to invest if you're going to call your shot. But Johnny, I get what you're saying. Maybe you're passing for a wide receiver in that round. You're not going for one of the backs here because they all scare you. That's fine. But of those backs you've listed, Sermon's ceiling in my mind is definitely higher.
Right here.
Oh, hey, you made it to the end of the video. If you like what you saw and you want to learn how to dominate your own draft and win your own league, head on over to thefantasywhisperers.com and grab your copy of the Fantasy Whisperers Draft Kit today, or click the link in the description below. And if you're still not sold, check out one of these videos.